In this video, this will be an unboxing and installation of my brand new Magic Chef 2.0 cubic foot washing machine. Okay, first thing we see is this little bottom cover plate. Now, I've seen a lot of other videos about this particular cover plate. And the first question that always comes to mind is, why wasn't this installed at the factory? Why is it I have to do it? But we're going to find out. Cover plate. Styrofoam. All right. Glass cover is okay. Nothing's broken there, it seems like. Open this up real quick for a hot look. Okay. Let me go ahead and get the box off the unit. Okay. Styrofoam protection around the edges. You can count on the fact that there's going to be a lot of styrofoam, little bits and little pieces on your carpet. So just be mindful of the fact. Get your vacuum cleaner ready. All right, let me do a quick walk around. Now on the inside of the washer, you've got, of course, more styrofoam. And inside of that, now inside the drum, you've got energy guide, and you've got a spare cap for one of your water inlet hoses. You've got your manual. You've got two hoses. My only issue with concern about the hoses is that, let me take that back. You've got two hoses, and in the other bag, you've got what appears to be your attachment if you're going to connect this to a kitchen faucet or bathroom faucet, depending. We'll take that out shortly. I only want to know if the other end of this hose connector is going to fit my faucet. Find out in just a second. This will be an installation with laundry hookups. I've got a small apartment, but I got it with laundry hookups in the eventuality that one day I can get a washing machine to be able to hook it up to. So after 2 years of living in this joint, I finally got one. So you've got your hoses. And I've seen the videos on the dispenser for liquid and powdered detergent. Nice satisfying click. You also have, see if I can rotate this drum a bit. so that you can see it. You've got your lint filter, which does come with a fine mesh lint bag, which can be removed and cleaned as necessary. Good for that. Okay. Other than that, that is all that's on the inside of the washing machine, apart from some more styrofoam, which will be giving me grief for the next couple of days, I'm sure. Stuff is everywhere. Okay. I've got some down at the bottom of the drum, but I'll fish those out momentarily. Next thing I want to do is I want to do a quick walk around of the exterior, just to verify that there's nothing wrong with the unit. More dust. I like this soft closed lid. I think that's probably more so that you don't accidentally slam it down and break the glass, but I like that. It gives it a nice touch. So let's do this walk around. Now we've already seen the front, but just to make sure that everything is copacetic, there are no dents, scratches, dings, or whatever along the front. Along the right side, similarly, there are no dings or dents. Got a handle there, which is fine. But again, on the left-hand side, no dings, dents, scratches, or whatever. So that looks good. And then the rear of the unit, again, everything looks the way it should. Now on the back of the unit, you've got your inlets for cold and hot, cold, hot. And you've got your 3-prong, just a standard outlet, grounded outlet, power cord. Your hose is actually pretty on the flimsy side. I mean, I don't see why they scrimped on the quality of the hose, but it's not that wide. I mean, I got big hands, but still, I mean, that could have been made a lot larger. We'll see how that works. Further down the unit, we've got what appears to be a filter for the pump. Now this is going to be kind of hard to reach, but basically that will unscrew. Sorry for the video here, but can't be helped. That will unscrew. And that looks like this. And I'll put that back in just a second. But that's what we have in the back. I'm going to take it out of the case so we can get we can tilt it a little bit here. There are wheels here at the base. I mean, but let's just be honest. It's a pretty small wheels. Let's see how easy it is to move that thing around. And one thing I just noticed is that even though this is a brand new unit, and I just took out the vent cap, if I can get in close here, there is a small pool of water that just trickled out. Just to let you know, when you get yours at home, have a towel ready. All right, let's move on. Now, these two little wheels, two tiny little wheels on the bottom of the washing machine, I got news for you. If you have carpet, they are not going to work. Case in point. Now it seems that no matter what angle you have to try and gauge those wheels, and by the way, these handles should have been placed on either on the top or on the bottom on both sides. So this actually isn't any easier. But if you try and get those wheels to engage, no matter what you do, they are not going to engage. You are going to end up dragging this unit. for wherever it is you need to go. If you're using a portable hookup in your kitchen or your bathroom, needless to say, you're probably going to end up getting a dolly, about 25 bucks for a small dolly, which will allow you to roll this thing easily. Otherwise, you're dragging it, or you're going to try and rock it to wherever it is you need to go. Now again, my laundry closet was fortunate enough to where I had hookups for hot and cold water, along with standard outlets. 220 outlet over there, which you can't see. And as I said earlier, I do have a primary winemaking channel, so some of the batches of wine that I've got aging are all over there. It takes about a year to get some decent tasting wine, but again, I'll have a link to my channel. You can check it out later on, after you've started celebrating getting your own portable washing machine. Now, I have a laundry hookup, so if I were ever so inclined to have to use the sink, then all I would have to do is unscrew the ornament and I'm lucky enough where the supplied attachment actually just, if we're going to line up the threads here, yeah, just screws right in, so I don't have to purchase a separate adapter or anything else. I'm all set and ready to go. Just haul my portable washing machine over into the kitchen, attach the hose from the cold outlet or inlet to the faucet, adjust my temperature how I see fit, and there you go. You're good to go. Although I suppose that after removing the end piece, if your faucet has one, and putting it back on between washes might become a bit of a hassle, then, you know, you'll probably end up just leaving it off. There we go. Now, I did mention that some assembly is required. You're going to have to install this bottom cover plate. Now, in the bag with the instructions, there is going to be a little screw that you can use to secure it. And it is going to be, it's going to be a Phillips head screwdriver that you're going to need to tighten that in. But before you do anything, you probably want to get rid of all of this styrofoam bits that are on the inside of your washing machine. Okay, while I've got the unit on its side, I should also point out that you do have two self-leveling, well, not self-leveling, but the front 2 feet, these will help you with the adjustment of leveling, because the unit will have to be level before you start using it. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this installed. I mean, there are 3 little tabs on either side, kind of offset, so this thing kind of like creates 2 little grooves where you just slide it down. Like so. Take your little screw. Get it lined up a little bit. Take your screwdriver and go ahead and just tighten the screw into place. That's it. Don't take much more than that. I mean, I didn't need a powered screwdriver to do it. I could have just used a knife, really, and done that. But basically, that is it. All I need to do now is stand it up and either walk it or drag it or prove that I'm still strong enough to pick it up and carry it to the laundry area. And we'll go ahead and get this hooked up. All right, before I put it in the closet, because there's really not enough room for the closet, in the closet for the lights, the tripod, the washing machine, a few of the odds and ends that I've got in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the water inlet hoses first to the washing machine while I've got the room to do it. Put it in there nice and hand tight. If there's any leakage, then I'll break out a pair of pliers or channel locks and tighten it up even further. But good hand tight should do it. Okay, let's go ahead and get it in the closet. Let's go ahead. This hot water faucet does have a little cap to it, which I will no longer need. A little bit of water, so I guess it must have had a little drip problem at one point. I did check to make sure that this is the same size as that, so I don't have to make a trip to the hardware store. Even though I've got and I'm not an affiliate or anything, but there's a Lowe's quite literally right across the street from my apartment home complex. So I'll get that on there. And I probably will use a pair of pliers to tighten that up. Hand tight just doesn't give me the confidence I would like. Hook up the cold water attachment. Somehow that does not instill confidence. Let me grab a pair of pliers and let's tighten that up a bit. All right. All right, let's do a quick check. Okay, so far so good. Hot water. Not leaking, not leaking, not leaking. Those are all good signs. Okay. Slight leakage here. I think this nut needs to be tightened a little bit, but I will do that later. All right, next thing I need to do is hook up the hose, which is fortunately, it's kind of adjustable, so you can adjust the length a little bit. And that will go down in that little hole there. And I want this to go under there, and then in there. All right. That should do it. See if I can move this back a bit more. crimp. That's about as far back as it's going to go. Now, what they don't tell you in the manuals or anywhere else is that, yeah, this might be, you know, 21 something inches wide, and this might be another 20 or so inches wide. But what they don't tell you is how much room you're going to need behind the washing machine to accommodate the hoses and everything else you've got back there. And from the looks of it, you are going to need about, you're going to need a good, I'd say about 4.5 inches of clearance so that you don't crimp the hoses back there. So plan on an additional 4.5 inches from the wall to the front of the unit, which in my case comes into about 27.5 inches from the wall to the front, of the washing machine. Okay, I think that looks close enough to me. Okay, there we go. My brand new 2 cubic foot Magic Chef washing machine, all ready for laundry, of which I've got a lot of it. So let me get to it, and I'll catch you on the next video.